now that I have made a call with someone, and it's obvious that we're just going to be sent on a runaround. TFCC is not the right place. TFCC is not the right place. Now, all of the issues with the police here would not have been issues if a friend or family member had been there to speak up. And that's where this all comes in. That's also where saving the video evidence is important. And of course, also audio recordings. As far as Oregon law goes, no, I don't have to ask for their permission. If they are working in a professional capacity and they are mandated reporters, I always have permission. That's what this lady isn't getting or understanding. I am free to record anywhere that I go. As long as I know that I'm recording. And as far as recording others, yes, I have to let them know. And that's the thing that, well, they tone their behaviors down a little bit and they get a little bit more sly about it. But in the end, as far as the police go, the police have been the major issue. If the police hadn't screwed up before somebody finally got involved, it'd be different. Of course, the issue here now is that I don't have any money. I mean, I've literally been here in Tillamook for 3 months, running around from one place to another, and all these places I'm told to go to for help, yeah, anything except doing their job as a mandated reporter. And because they didn't want to do that, I ended up getting it worse. Now, the governor's advocacy group is who we're supposed to call. And the reason for this is because it is repeated and ongoing abuse, and it has been statewide, and it can be proven that it's statewide. Also, the fact that when I was letting DHS know that their people had been involved in it, including Michael Childs, when he wanted to threaten, harass, and intimidate me for doing as I was instructed to do by Child Protective Services when I called them. And I have the calls recorded with them as well, just so you know. The fact that they... Alright, for my safety, they were supposed to make sure that... not Dr. Childs, he's not a doctor. But Mr. Childs, I was supposed to turn him into Adult Protective Services. That's who I was told to turn it into. And then Adult Protective Services told me to call, in order to turn in the child abuse that I needed to turn in, I needed to turn it into Child Protective Services. That's Mr. Childs. And he's the director of the department there in, I keep saying Mount Hood, I'm sure, but that was all the way back in the Dalles. They just kept sending me on to other places. That's always their solution. Move on, move on, move on, move on, move along, move along, move along. And then, of course, there's the procrastination techniques. When you need to turn in these officers and you're sent to mental health repeatedly, well, then mental health needs to take a look at it. Mental health isn't going to take a look at the evidence. It's not their job, blah, 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 blah. But rather than following the law and doing their jobs, especially in a small town like this, they're so used to working with the cops. That's the worst part, is that a cop can so easily just slide something cruel like that in at any point in time. Like, oh yeah, we took in a couple of crazies last year, and of course, every department takes in crazies. If we bring in somebody who's trying to turn us in, they'll come across as crazy. It's close enough. We'll just tell him he's schizophrenic, and then the doctors and the nurses won't listen to him. And the doctors aren't actually there, which is the even more fucked up part. Like, if the doctor isn't even there, then how is he making these decisions? Why do we have patients unsupervised I mean unsupervised, because none of these people are professionals. They pull them out of places like Walmart and 7-Eleven, and that's not saying Walmart workers or 7-Eleven workers are bad people, but they're definitely not mental health workers. And the mental health workers, they're going out of their way to try to turn everything into mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health. All the mental health places do is try to get you into housing. They don't try to help you turn in your predators. Yes, I know it's fucking criminal. You don't have to tell me it's criminal. I'm well aware. That's why I'm sent to you. And again, the DHS didn't do their jobs. Meanwhile, everything that I have to wait on hinges on someone else's schedule. Hopefully the lady gets back to her soon. Good to be ready. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.